Hey everyone, in this video we're going to go over how to do bulk operations in Amazon Seller Central bulk file feeds. So we're here in the bulk operations tab, and that brings us to this screen with three pretty simple steps. First, we're going to create and download a custom spreadsheet. First, this suggests we create a date range. Naturally, we want to select the best date range for analyzing PPC, which is from 2 weeks ago to 2 days ago. Now this is a 12-day time period where the PPC terms have had enough time to truly get as many impressions and clicks as they need, and gives us a big enough window to really analyze if they're doing well or not. This excludes the last 48 hours because usually PPC terms can take up to 48 hours for sales and clicks to be attributed to them. So we like to leave that out just to be safe and just to make sure that we're not making any rash decisions. All of our data is tested and it's at least 48 hours old, meaning that no data will change on us. So once we have our time frame set up, we're going to create spreadsheet for download. This will pop up a file down here which you can download. Next, you'll edit the file, which we'll discuss in a moment. And third, we'll upload the file to update your campaign. So you just hit choose file, select your updated file, and it would give you some status updates up here and show you how many rows were processed, as well as down here, and you want to make sure that it comes out green, finished successfully. If it doesn't, it will show up red. It will tell you how many errors you have, and it will also give you a report to show you how to fix those errors. So this is a sample bulk sheet that we can go through here. You'll be wanting to do a lot of calculation through this, so the first thing I recommend is converting all of these to numbers. You'll see these little green arrows. That is showing that this number is stored as text. So the best way to fix that is just go to A2, do Control A for select all, press this little exclamation point, hit convert to number, and you'll see all those green arrows have gone away. So there's a lot of data here in the bulk sheet. We have a record ID for each individual record, the record type. So this top line shows that this is a campaign that has a portfolio. It has a campaign targeting type, and it has a campaign status. We have three campaign by placement lines, which don't really show anything in particular, but just show some overall data for top of search versus rest of search versus product pages. So this is where we can see the results and the bid adjustments if we have those set up. Next, we have an ad group record, which shows the ad group name and the max bid for the ad group. Then we have the ad, which is just related to our sample SKU here. And finally, we have the keywords. Now, what we want to be doing mostly is bid adjustments in these bulk files, and for that, all we want is the keywords. So we're going to go to this first row, go to sort and filter, click filter. Filter column B, all we want is keywords and product targeting. Product targeting is our product display ads, and those have specific lines set up for us. So we're going to click that and let that load. And once we have that set up, we see all we have are keywords. So all of our keywords have an ad group, a max bid, the keyword, or the product targeting ID if we're doing product targeting, and along with our match type. So here we have a bunch of broad keywords. Moving down, we have the negative exacts and the negative phrase that are in this campaign. Here we have the targeting expressions for our product targeting campaign. Here we have some more negative exacts along with more targeting expressions. And here we have our exact keywords. So the first thing you can do is adjust bids like this. If you have a specific way that you would want to adjust bids, a way to do that is by hitting Insert, a new column here, making a new max bid column, and then adjusting these bids however you like. So if you want to increase all bids by 1.1, you can just do equals the old bid times 1.1, and you have a new bid here. You can click and drag that all the way down, and then you can copy that and do a paste values, just so that is no longer dependent on these old bids. And you can delete the old bids and have the new ones take their place. Another place you might want to look is towards the right, which shows you how many impressions, clicks, spend orders, units, and sales that this product has had within this time frame. This is very useful in case you want to adjust the bid based on the ACoS. If something has a lower ACoS, you likely want to raise that bid. If it has no ACoS, that likely means it has not had any sales and potentially not even any clicks, in which case you probably want to raise the bid again to get those impressions up to try to get it some early clicks. You can also continue scrolling to the right for information on bidding strategy, placement type, and increased bids by placement. Again, those are mostly for the ad groups, but that is good information to have as well. Once everything is set, you want to make sure you have the same setup as when you started. So the titles are all the same. You've made whatever bid adjustments you need to. That is when you would go back to that first screen, upload this spreadsheet, save it, upload it, and you'll have your bulk file changes made easily without having to do any by hand information. There's a lot of advanced things you can do with bulk files, a lot of great formulas and analysis that can be done, and we'll cover that in another video, but this is your introduction to Amazon PPC bulk files.